You know what's absolutely fascinating? I was talking to a friend the other day who said, "I've read every financial book, watched every success video, and tried every get-rich-quick scheme known to humanity. And I'm still wondering why my bank account looks like it's on a permanent diet." Sound familiar? Well, darling, if you've ever stared at your finances and wondered if money has some sort of personal vendetta against you, you're in exactly the right place. Let me tell you something that might shock you. The reason most people struggle with money isn't because they don't know enough about budgeting or investing or starting side hustles. No, no, no. It's because they're operating under a completely backwards understanding of how wealth actually works. They're trying to catch fish with a butterfly net, wondering why they keep coming up empty-handed. I see you there, nodding your head, probably thinking about that time you calculated exactly how much you'd need to save each month to become a millionaire by 65, only to spend that money on coffee and impulse Amazon purchases instead. Or maybe you're the person who's convinced that if you just work harder, stay later, hustle more, somehow the universe will notice your dedication and reward you accordingly. Bless your heart, but that's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Here's what nobody tells you about wealth, and this is going to sound almost too simple to be true. Wealth isn't something you chase or earn or deserve. Wealth is something you command. And commanding wealth is an entirely different game, with entirely different rules than what you've been taught. Think of it this way. When you go to a restaurant, you don't beg the waiter for food. You don't convince them you deserve dinner. You don't work extra hard in hopes they might notice you and bring you a meal. No, you sit down, look at the menu, and place your order with complete confidence that what you've requested will arrive. That's commanding. That's the energy of someone who understands their relationship with abundance. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds lovely, but my bank account didn't get the memo about this whole commanding thing. And I hear you. Truly I do. But here's where it gets interesting. Your bank account is actually a perfect reflection of your inner relationship with wealth. It's like a mirror that shows you exactly what you believe about money and abundance, whether you realize it or not. So today, we're going to dive into the 6 principles that will completely transform how you relate to wealth. These aren't tips or tricks or strategies. These are fundamental laws of prosperity that, once you understand them, will change everything about how money flows into your life. Principle number 1, and this one's a doozy. Your words are your wand. Every single thing you say about money is casting a spell on your financial future. I'm not being metaphorical here, I'm being completely literal. When you say things like, "I can't afford it," or "money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm not good with money," you're not just expressing a thought. You're giving the universe very specific instructions about what to create in your life. Here's what's wild. Most people spend more time complaining about what they don't have than declaring what they want. They're like someone calling a restaurant and saying, "I definitely don't want pizza, and I absolutely hate salads, and please don't bring me soup." Then they wonder why they leave hungry. From now on, I want you to become absolutely fanatical about your money talk. Instead of "I can't afford it," try "I'm choosing to spend my money differently right now." Instead of "I'm broke," say "I'm in between fortunes." Instead of "money is tight," declare "money flows to me easily and abundantly." Yes, it might feel silly at first. Do it anyway. Your subconscious mind is listening to every word, and it's taking very detailed notes. Principle number 2, give to receive. Now, before you roll your eyes and think I'm about to tell you to donate your last $20 to charity, hear me out. Giving isn't about being generous when you have extra. Giving is about proving to yourself and the universe that you already have abundance. When you give from a place of lack, thinking you can't afford it but hoping it will come back to you multiplied, that's not giving. That's investing out of desperation. But when you give because you genuinely feel abundant, because sharing feels natural and joyful, that's when magic happens. Start small. Give a genuine compliment to the barista. Leave an extra tip because you can. Buy your friend coffee just because. Share something valuable on social media. The amount doesn't matter. What matters is the feeling behind it. You're training yourself to operate from abundance rather than scarcity. Here's the beautiful part. The more you give from abundance, the more abundant you feel. And the more abundant you feel, the more abundance shows up in your life. It's like compound interest for your soul. Principle number 3, and this one will make you laugh once you see it. Stop trying to deserve wealth. I cannot tell you how many people I meet who are essentially trying to earn their way into abundance by being really, really good. They work overtime, they sacrifice, they prove how responsible they are with their current money, hoping that someday the universe will decide they've been good enough to deserve more. Darling, wealth isn't a merit badge. It's not a reward for good behavior. Wealth is your birthright. You don't have to earn your right to breathe, do you? You don't have to justify why you deserve sunlight or gravity or your next heartbeat. Abundance is just as natural and just as much your birthright. The richest people in the world aren't necessarily the most deserving. They're just the ones who decided they were allowed to have wealth. They gave themselves permission to prosper without needing a permission slip from the universe. So right now, I want you to fire yourself from the job of proving you deserve abundance. You're already worthy. You were born worthy. Now act like it. Principle number 4. Expect miracles, but don't micromanage them. This is where most people get tripped up. They decide they want more money, which is great, but then they become the world's most controlling micromanager about exactly how it should show up. They want the promotion, not the unexpected tax refund. They want the business to succeed, not the random check in the mail. They want money from their boss, not from their aunt. It's like ordering a pizza and then standing over the delivery driver's shoulder, giving detailed directions about which streets to take and which parking spot to use. The universe has a sense of humor and infinite creativity. Money might show up as a gift, a refund, a bonus, an inheritance, a business opportunity, or in ways you never even considered. Your job isn't to figure out the how. Your job is to stay open to receive however prosperity wants to flow to you. I once knew someone who desperately wanted $1,000 for a vacation. She kept applying for overtime at work, getting rejected, and feeling frustrated. Then her apartment complex gave her $1,000 credit because they'd been overcharging her rent for 2 years. She got her money, just not the way she expected. The universe had been listening the whole time. Principle number 5. Act as if it's already done. This isn't about fake it till you make it or pretending to have money you don't have. This is about aligning your energy with the reality you're creating. When you truly believe something is yours, you act differently. You feel different. You make different choices. Think about when you know you're getting paid next Friday. You don't worry about having money next Friday. You don't stress about it or doubt it or try to convince your boss to pay you. You just know it's coming. So you relax about it. That's the energy of someone who knows their good is on the way. Start making small decisions from your future wealthy self. How would the abundant version of you handle that unexpected bill? Probably with calm confidence, not panic. How would the prosperous you treat money? Probably with respect and appreciation, not fear and anxiety. You don't have to spend money you don't have, but you can start carrying yourself like someone who has a beautiful relationship with abundance. Principle number 6, and this is the big one. Release the outcome. This sounds completely backwards, I know. You want wealth, so shouldn't you be laser focused on getting it? Well, here's the thing. When you're desperate for something, when you need it to happen, when your happiness depends on it, you create resistance to receiving it. It's like trying to catch a butterfly by chasing it. The harder you chase, the faster it flies away. But sit still in a garden, and butterflies will land on you without any effort at all. The energy of desperation repels what we want. The energy of peaceful expectation attracts it effortlessly. When you can want something while simultaneously being okay if it doesn't happen exactly when or how you expect, you become magnetic to miracles. This doesn't mean you stop taking action or give up on your goals. It means you hold them lightly. You work toward them with joy, rather than desperation. You stay open to something even better than what you originally asked for. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds wonderful in theory, but what do I actually do tomorrow morning when I wake up? Great question. Here's your action plan. First, choose one money statement you've been saying and flip it. If you always say, "I can't afford it," start saying, "I choose to prioritize differently." Say it out loud, even if it feels weird, especially if it feels weird. Second, give something today. It could be $1, a compliment, your time, or your attention. Give it because you have abundance to share, not because you're trying to get something back. Third, write down one way you would act differently if you knew, absolutely knew, that financial abundance was on its way to you. Then do that thing today. Fourth, practice releasing one money worry. When you catch yourself anxious about finances, take a deep breath and say, "I trust that my good is coming to me in perfect timing." Then deliberately think about something else. These aren't just exercises. These are ways of retraining your entire relationship with abundance. And here's what's beautiful about this approach. You don't have to wait until you have money to feel abundant. You can feel abundant right now, today, with whatever you have. Because here's the secret that changes everything. Abundance isn't about having a certain amount in your bank account. Abundance is a way of being in the world. It's recognizing that you're already surrounded by wealth. You have access to information that kings throughout history would have killed for. You can speak to people across the globe instantly. You have music and art and beauty available to you 24 hours a day. When you start recognizing the abundance you already have, when you start operating from that place of gratitude and appreciation, financial abundance becomes just another form of the prosperity that's already flowing through your life. So here's what I want you to do right now. Before you click away, before you get distracted by the next video, choose one principle that resonated with you most. Just one. And commit to practicing it for the next 7 days. Not perfectly, not obsessively, just consistently. If it's watching your words, spend 1 week being intentional about your money talk. If it's giving, find small ways to share your abundance every day. If it's acting as if, make one decision each day from your future wealthy self, then come back and tell me what happened. Leave a comment about which principle you chose and what you noticed. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe if these ideas feel true to your heart, because we're just getting started on this journey of commanding the abundance that's already yours. Remember, darling, you're not trying to become someone who deserves wealth. You're simply remembering who you already are. Someone who was born worthy of every good thing life has to offer. Someone whose natural state is abundance and joy and prosperity in all its forms. Your wealth is not a dream. It's not a maybe. It's not something you have to earn or deserve or justify. It's your birthright. And it's time you started acting like it. Now go forth and prosper. Not because you have to, but because you can. Not because you deserve it, but because it's who you are. The abundant you is not coming. The abundant you is already here, just waiting for you to recognize what has always been true. Until next time, keep your words wonderful, your heart open, and your expectations high. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.